Dawn Allen with Healist, and I'm going to talk to you about something today that I see that is absolutely infuriating, you guys. It's infuriating because it's people being taken advantage of by some of these healers that are actually like cults. So I think most of you hopefully maybe have seen Twin Flame Universe on Netflix. And then what brought this to my awareness, I've seen other documentaries on HBO with other ones. I mean, there's no shortage of this situation. And I got an email actually about this other group called Twin Ray that I follow. And there's somebody, I actually bought a course from them in 2021, and I don't even remember what the course was about, but I think it was how to become your Christic self, which is like higher consciousness self. And I went to go do the course, and it didn't make any sense to me. It just seemed out in la la land. And I was like, where are these people getting this information? It just feels very made up and weird and all sorts of kind of stuff. So I want to bring this to your awareness because I think so many people, when they're in a vulnerable space and they're really looking for support and for help, they're more susceptible to different things. And when somebody, typically these healers, which, I'm talking about more specifically these ones that are cult leaders, they prey on people's weaknesses and they have this larger than life sense of authority, and they're telling people how to live their lives. I mean, I saw on the Twin Flame Universe one on Netflix how they were telling people to have sex changes, and they weren't even wanting to have a sex change. I mean, that's none of my business, but they weren't wanting to do that in the first place, but they were saying that they were supposed to be in this relationship with somebody. It's a long story, go watch it. But having that type of kind of power over somebody to tell them to do something like that, it's like, how do they even get that power in the first place? So I think something to look at when it comes to finding and looking for healing is to, one, make sure that you are in your power and have a sense of agency within yourself of what is it that I'm looking for and what type of person do I want to work with? Do they have integrity? Because these type of people, they know that a human need that everybody has and wants is a need to belong. We all want to belong to something. We all want to feel like we're part of a group and a community. It's so important. But they prey on people that feel lost or lonely or disconnected from others, and they create almost this sense of like, you're in this group with us and all these things, but it in these specific type of cult-like situations, it's to isolate you. So not every, I have a community within the business that I run where I bring in people and we have a beautiful way of, everybody getting to interact and be friends. But if somebody's trying to use your loneliness and your fear against you, red flag, okay? Also, when you're looking for a healer, you're searching for meaning. You're trying to understand something. There's a reason why you're going to a healer. It's not just because you were just bored one day. It's because there's something inside you that's like, I need to work on this, or I need support on this. So when you work with somebody, and a healer, for instance, you don't need to adopt all their ideologies and everything that they believe. Like, there's no such thing. There shouldn't be a thing as like they're the guru and you're just the person that's supposed to like hang on to every single word and believe everything they're saying. They may know more things than you. Like in my line of work, what I do as a healer, I've been a healer for 20 years. There's things that I've studied year after year. So yes, I have a level of expertise, but I'm not telling anybody exactly how to feel or think, because that is not my job. My job is to support people to come back to themselves, and I help them do that and be empowered. And that's the other thing. Some of these healers, if they're manipulating you or trying to indoctrinate you into something that you don't even believe, run for the hills. It's red flag city. I mean, come on. They're manipulating people's insecurities because they know that these people are wanting to find support, and maybe they're in a really tough time, a vulnerable time in their life. And these documentaries I've seen, oh my Lord, these groups are using just terrible tactics. I mean, psychology stuff that is just love bombing, gaslighting, cognitive dissonance to control members and enforce obedience. Not the path that you want to go down. So another thing to look out for is if somebody is trying to use fear or guilt to get you to pay to work with them, to get you to keep staying. I read this thing about the email that I just saw about the Twin Way Ray, where they're getting people to pay for like holy water that's like $1,000 a liter. I mean, just crazy stuff. An amulet that somebody paid all this money for, only to find out it's like cubic zirconia. So, and telling people like, if you don't take this course, if you don't do this thing, then like using that fear and guilting tactics to get you in your vulnerability to stay with them and keep sending money. As a healer, I want people to work with me for the time that they need. And then when they're done, they're done. It's up to them. I'm not there to like string them along and keep them kind of like coming back. And no, it's ridiculous. So another thing that I want you to think about when it comes to, these type of situations is the grandiosity. I could laugh for days about what these people are claiming. And this is the truth. I remember when I first learned how to channel and I opened up and I was like, oh my God, I have this really special gift and talent. I can read people's energy field and I can see all these things and I must be special. No, I just happen to have a high level of perceptivity that I developed over time. I fine-tuned it. Does that make me special? It's no different than Tiger Woods, who's really good at playing golf because he practices every single day. I practice my craft. But if I were to come and tell you that I'm the only channel in the world, I've seen this so many times. I'm the only person in the world, the only psychic, the only channel, the only this that can receive this type of information. And you must come to me because I'm the only person that can see your problems and heal you. Run for the hills. That is not real. That is not real. No, I know because I am a channel like that. These people, it's like they figure out, oh wow, if I use this power and I like really step up on this platform, then people are going to think that I have all the answers for them. Nobody has all the answers. Nobody knows what's going to happen in this reality. We are only given certain amounts of information. I don't care if you're a scientist, if you do this or you do that. We have, only what we're given with this brain that we can use. And if somebody's like, I'm God, I'm this, I'm that, really check in with your body and your discernment and find healers that, yes, are confident. Yes, they believe and have credibility and confidence in who they are, but they're not doing the guru complex. They're not like, I'm the only one that can solve your problems and you're going to have to pay me all this money in order for me to heal you. Da, 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 da. No, it's like, hey, I want to support you in your transformation. This is the investment. Okay. And you get to decide. But when they're using fear and guilt tactics and all these things and saying they're the only one in the world and they have these special powers and you see where I'm going with this. So the moral of the story is there's incredible healers all over the world. I've worked with so many of them that have the highest levels of integrity. They love what they do, but they're not, maybe their marketing game and maybe like their ability to go out and like, talk about themselves isn't, A plus. It isn't their best thing because really they're just loving their craft and what they're good at, their art. So it's not about who can be the loudest, who can be the most authoritative, who's going to take you in your moment of vulnerability and make you feel the most like special and bring you into the fold and then all of a sudden discard you when you can't pay them anymore. It's about real, true integrity. And you can feel that in your body. And I know sometimes when you're going through a really tough time, it's difficult to discern, but do your research. Look people up, talk to them, ask them if they can give you some referrals. Like, just do your due diligence, because there's so many amazing, incredible people out there that can support you and help you. There are these certain amount of people, like I've said, that give the industry kind of almost a bad name because they are taking advantage. But the more that we talk about this, the more that we make this not such a shadowy thing and we just bring all this to the light, the more you healers, you seekers are going to find that you're going to find the people that you need to work with. You're going to find the people that can support you, and it's going to be a beautiful harmony. Okay. So I'd love to hear your comments. Like this video, share this video. Thank you for being with Helist, and I'll see you soon.